opposed? Okay, then go to review and approval, annual report.
So this audit, we are required to submit to the authority's budget office by the end of March, and also the annual report that's included in this packet. I didn't bother to print things like the intermunicipal agreement and the Land Bank Act. I tried to cut down on the amount of paper here. But you're probably pretty familiar with this document. It's the same format every year. We've updated how many properties have come in, how many have gone out, the public meetings that were held, the method of acquisition for these properties. We are required, to readopt our policies and procedures and our mission statement every year. You do that in January, so that's referenced here in this document. A lot of the figures in here on net revenues for the year, net expenses, that's all coming from the audited report. Let's see here. What else I need to call your attention to?
Since we're here every month, I'm pretty familiar with what's going on.
You should be, yeah.
And you've been great about keeping us informed, brother.
There is a description in here about pending litigation at year end. You're very familiar with this BGST properties. This is the matter related to 211 Ashworth.
Yes.
We're just noting that we have this settlement agreement, and so there is a financial liability. As soon as that property closes, we will pay that out. And then there's some other litigation that occurred over the course of 2024. And at year end, there was still one item open related to Joe Italiano. That's on page 11. But that has since been dismissed.
Okay.
But as of 12/31, it existed. On page 15, you'll see that there is the evaluation from the board of land bank performance. I have 4 out of the 5 responses, some of which we just received right now. So those numbers haven't been filled in yet, but when we go back to the office, we will fill in those numbers before this gets submitted to New York State.
I filled in too. I filled in.
Yes, I'm not going to count yours twice, though. Nice try.
The chair doesn't get to.
And then lastly, there's the mission statement and performance measures. So in voting to approve this report, you would be affirming that you agree with all of the answers to these questions on page 33 and 34.
Questions from the board? Okay. So I'll ask for a motion to review and approve the 2024 annual report for the New York State Authority's Budget Office.
So moved.
So Mo, second. Jonathan, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion adjourned.
Oh,
Oh,
I do have one item if you have a moment.
sure.
We'll be fast. There is a property for sale at 152 West Brighton Ave. It's they're asking $35,000. It's a 2-family. On the other side is a property we own that's a demolition candidate, and on the left is a city-owned vacant lot. Well, 2 city-owned vacant lots. Across the street, we have 6 or 7 properties in a row that we're assembling for new construction. And so Daniel noticed this and thought it was just kind of the missing tooth in the middle. He'd like to submit a purchase offer for the asking price, $35,000. They are taking offers up until tomorrow, I want to say at noon. I think they do have multiple offers. So I guess it's a question from you guys if you think you want to offer more than that. It's in a residential, an R2 zoning district, so we can't build anything more than 1 or 2 family homes here anyway. And the one lot we have on the other side is already 52 feet wide. So
Is this a 2-family or single family?
this is a 2-family. We would end up demolishing it to be part of a larger project. So we have 52 feet to the east where we can fit a 2-family home. And then the city has a bunch of land to the west where we can fit multiple 2-family homes. So because this isn't zoned for anything denser, it's not as if we need this piece to put a big building on this lot or this block. It looks like it's in relatively good condition now. Who knows who it'll sell to? But they have multiple offers at this point. So the question is, do we want to offer at asking? Do we want to offer anything at all?
So we would demolish this and put something else.
The idea is that we would most likely demolish, because we're gonna demolish the thing next door. And then we would have a stretch of a couple 100 feet of vacant land for infill construction. But honestly, the condition of it doesn't seem to warrant demolition.
It's like, I don't know how old this picture is, but. it looks like it's that.
Yeah, yeah.
Rehabbing.
Daniel thought it was a shame not to put in an offer because we have an opportunity to assemble a couple 100 feet of street frontage, but I think we can put up several two-family houses without it.
So it's a private transaction.
Yeah. What's that?
I said because of the amount of work, right? They'd have to rehab it.
I'm not quite sure how much work the house needs, but presumably whoever buys it is gonna put some money into retrieving it and operating it as a rental.
What's the rest of the character of the street like? Is it mostly rental or is there owner occupants on it?
I don't think there's any owner occupants on this block. Across the street, we have 6 houses in a row that all need to be demolished.
What's the block?
Down. The 100 block of West Brighton.
So that would be
Right behind
west of
Stubbs, right?
Salinas.
Yeah, this is,
West of Salina.
this is actually west of Webster, so it's in between
Okay.
Gannon and Webster,
Okay.
just a couple 100 feet from Duncan Bright.
I had my first apartment on James Street. Yes, I know, yes.
Yeah.
It's,
I think we could still make a
Around the
transformative
ocean
impact on
islands.
this block without it. Because we will have room to put 1 two-family on the right and several two-families on the left. But we don't know, if we don't buy it, I don't know the character who is gonna buy it. Is it gonna be another Jan slumlord? Who?
Right, that's always
Right,
back in my head.
right.
Not that familiar with that area though, so I don't know. I didn't think it's.
There will be a lot of new construction happening there. hopefully next.
I wish Oceana was here. She is here.
She knows that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it will be worth getting into. I don't think it's worth getting into anymore over it though.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
That
agree.
asking price moves up.
yeah. Daniel was asking if we should put in an escalation clause, and that was my same reaction. I don't wanna pay an arm and a leg for something that we're gonna knock down. But he thought if we offer asking price and it's a cash offer with no contingencies, that even if somebody does outbid us, they might find our own more attractive.
Site control is always helpful.
So the asking price is,
35.
yes, 35,000 for 152 West Brighton Ave.
So that's for a motion to approve it.
Thank you.
Purchase offer for 152 West Brighton.
So
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
Thank you.
We'll go back to the motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, guys.
Too.
9:04. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it.
Good, that was good. That was excellent.
Thank you,
Feel
Mike.
better, Mike.
Feel better.
Good job.
I was like, because you had emailed both of those, and I was like, I'm going on looking. So much.
Hey, just so you guys know, I'm leaving this afternoon and I'm gonna be gone through the end of next week. I'll be reachable, but I'll be on the West Coast, so remember it's 3 hours later. I'm gonna try before I leave to finish the report that we're gonna send the county for our annual report. And what I wanna do is send you it in draft form and get your feedback. So then when I get back into town, if I need to make any edits, we can, and then I'll get it over to them at least a week in advance of the committee meeting.
Whenever you're ready, send it to me.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Are we still streaming?
We asked him.
Oh.
Luke, are we on? Hey,
Are we still streaming? Like, I mean.
so we're not, this is not a budget hearing.